Hey,
Hey,
you can say it.
I can say it.
I know everybody's thinking it. You and I, we've been eating right. We're looking good. We're looking good.
I am a hot boy, and so's this guy right here.
If you're an audio listener, picture the Gus and Eddie you know and love, but just turn the hotness up just a smidge, and then you got us right now. That's all I'm saying.
Do that. You know what? I think it's fair enough to say that you should go one step further, radio DJ mode, and turn up that dial and rip it off, perhaps.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we've made that kind of progress. So you're trying to open the LaCroix?
Yeah, I forgot how. It's been a year.
So you did it last week on camera.
Sven opened it. I was crying in the bathroom.
It's not. We all saw it last week. What happened?
I figured it out again.
You got it. If you're an audio listener, also, fuck you. Of course, we're back. We're back in the set, which means my hate is back because we're not technically audio listeners anymore because we can see each other in person again.
And we had a pass. We had a pass from the government to be able to do that. So
yeah.
okay.
What would happen is Gus and I both approved by good old Mark Zucky. We had fisheye lenses, but like really fisheye lenses installed everywhere in our apartment. So we could be surveilled, and we were actually seeing each other through those feeds the whole time. Unfortunately for me, Gus wore really big and loose shorts, and the fisheye was under his desk facing up. So it was just ball city, baby.
Tony got about, halfway through editing the podcast, and after about a tight 6 hours, he was still unable to blur all the ball parts, so we just cut it, and it was a bummer.
We decided every episode you saw during quarantine was us dubbing over, or not dubbing over, because that would be, we're lip syncing the podcast. Because the ball cut was just too gruesome. And we did it every week. We didn't stop. Which is probably our bad.
That's okay.
It was really bad for Tony, too, because every, couple of minutes I'd fuck the tape up by just forgetting what we said.
And we agreed. We said we can only do these as oneers. We can't have any cuts. Even though the camera cuts many times in an episode, we have to pull out all the way through like we're Daniel Day-Lewis or something.
Exactly. I'll also say that I started talking and I forgot what I remember it now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've had this experience. I think we've talked about it before, but I'm really experiencing it now more than ever. I'll get a tweet and someone will be like, Eddie, I totally agree with what you were saying on the podcast about, and they'll say like cherries. And I'm like, when did I ever say something like that? And I don't ask them because it's embarrassing. I guess I'm saying it to everyone now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I couldn't even think of an opinion on this thing.
Oh, man.
And so I don't know what the fuck I was spewing, man.
I feel bad, but it's like, yeah, dude, I don't know.
I don't remember a single thing we say on this pod, except for the big bits. If you're like a really intense podcast listener, you know way more of our conversations than we do.
Oh my God.
Because we record and it leaves unless it's like a real good bit.
I leave my work at work and my home at home is what we're saying.
And that was our problem before.
Yes.
And we still fucked it up. Because for me, the work and home this is still the living room for me. So,
that's true.
So I'll try and figure out. What I'm thinking is maybe anytime I see Chrissy trying to eat at the table, I'll smack it out of her hand and I'll go, this is work now.
That's a good idea.
This is the workspace.
That's a good idea.
Then I'll apologize and I'll start sweeping it up and I'll say, I'll order you a new one. I'm really sorry.
Still finish this though. You know what? I stomped on you a little bit as you were saying it to start the podcast though, but Eddie and I do be looking good right now.
Listen, we're looking great, and I bumped it up to great. That's all I'm saying. I think we talked about this last week, but my weigh-in during the summer, so July, not when I started eating a little healthier a little bit ago. I was 208 in July. I am 191 flat right now.
Bang, baby.
That's a good 17-pounder.
That's a good shit, dude. I am usually fluctuating. First of all, I haven't been under 200 pounds since probably within a month of getting to college, ever. Like, as soon as I got there, triple meals a day,
Didn't
soft
you dip
service
under
shit.
it once during
I did in senior year. for a few months.
While we were, I remember there was. It was after our health talk.
That was it. Yeah,
it was when you gave up your love of the Topper's pizza.
Boom! Oh, dude, I was so sad. I had those coupons. I had to keep using them, dude. But yeah, dude, I haven't been. It's now been at least like 3 years since I've been sub 200 pounds, and I'm usually around at the lowest 208, but generally around 215 to 220. I'm 196, baby.
There you go.
And I was saying before, I don't know how that happened. I did not earn it. I did not do any changing of any of my lifestyle. It just, the pounds shed away.
It kind of, I remember I was like, yo, dude, I've been fixing my eating. I weighed myself. And weren't you like, I'll weigh myself? Oh my God.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck, dude? Because we literally just got a scale, and I was like, oh, I better jump on that bad boy. And I was like, I think this is broken. And I jumped on the next day. I was even lighter, and I was like, okay.
There you go.
Okay, one of those.
And, sometimes when we talk about stuff, people will ask me. My whole thing is I don't read a book on intermittent fasting. It's just what I was told what it was. I eat sometimes a light breakfast and then I don't eat till dinner, or sometimes I'm not feeling breakfast because that's how my body is. And it just seems to work. It started when I was working the concessions job. Mm-hmm. And I think I mentioned this before. I was so grossed out by eating the same food every summer that was just this greasy fast food from concessions. You can't have mozzarella sticks at 10 a.m. for 3 summers in a row.
No, dude,
that's like when Kanye was making beats every day. I was eating mozzarella sticks every day for 3 summers. I put in the work. So yeah, I just was like so grossed out by eating there, and you don't really want a big breakfast before you work a shift in a 95-degree kitchen. So then I would just leave and then eat after, but I'd get out late. And I was like, I seem to lose weight when that's happening.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Oh, man. My last food service job, well, I guess second to last, was the same thing where it was literally deep-fried cheese curds were our specialty. Half the time I was doing that. That is just like fucking glue in your system. You cannot do that shit, dude.
Also, I realized I'm gonna turn the AC back on now that the windows are closed. We don't want to get too toasty in here.
Couple of cool boys.
All
right, boys. I'm gonna preface this as Eddie is off doing the AC.
They can't see the cords, so they just saw me going.
We lost our extension cord in the year hiatus of being in person here, so all the cords are pretty much horizontal with the ground at their limit here right now. Eddie, I'm gonna.
What do you think? Do I step over, or do I do a good old Cadet Kelly under it?
Pretend that you're Vin Diesel in the pacifier in that last part where he's going in the spy room and there's lasers and shit, so you have to roll under them.
We're gonna go under.
Oh, he's going under. I'll do what's the pacifier theme song?
There's not a pacifier theme song.
Vin sings it. It got cut. He goes, "Duh, we're the pacifier guys, and we're strong."
Okay. He's the only pacifier, I believe.
I think he is, yeah. The kids are just accessories.
So is he the pacifier? Are we supposed to assume that they're sucking on his bald head? That's all I'm asking.
Vin, we lost the Nookie again. All right, get over here.
I think the new Fast and the Furious trailer came out, but I think I remember now that I did watch it, but I don't remember anything that happened in that thing.
Man, I don't know. I still have not seen a single Fast and Furious movie.
You should watch it just for fun. Just do it.
For the memes.
Just for the culture, man.
I know. I can't miss out on it, dude. You know what I did do this week, though? Is I'm catching up on one little piece of culture. And it is... Now, I'm easing my way into it. I don't want to be the guy that's trying to be cool by saying they don't like stuff. But I've told you before, I'm not a fan of really any kind of sitcoms with big laugh tracks and stuff. But Sabrina it's been her turn to choose more stuff. And I have now watched maybe a collective season and a half to 2 seasons of How I Met Your Mother.
I watched all that show when I was a teenager.
Sure. And I've found a lot of enjoyment in it, like really. And I have also come to the conclusion that Ted has got to be the worst fucking main character in any show ever.
I actually have a video on it that I'm not sure when it's coming out. Also, you got a little
spitty boy
in this? A little spitty boy. But actually, I have a video that has just been sitting in my notes app for a while because it means I have to watch a lot of The Office and How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
I will keep it brief. Ted Mosby is probably one of the worst people on TV that is he's probably the worst that's supposed to be unintentionally bad.
Yeah.
He's such I don't know how nobody recognized it when the show was coming out because I feel like it's pretty easy for everyone now to go, God, Ted fucking sucks, dude.
So bad, dude.
So does Barney, dude.
Oh my God, yeah.
Ah.
And even Barney has like interesting shit too. And we don't have to talk about this at length if you got a video about it, but like even Barney is like, he's at least performative and he's distracting and he's too much, but he's a distinct character. Ted is so in the middle.
He's supposed to be the everyman.
He fucking sucks so bad.
He sucks so hard. I would fucking choke the shit out of Ted Mosby if I got the chance. If not the actor.
Yeah.
But if he came up to me and was, "Hey, I'm Ted Mosby," instantly, he's Bart Simpson, I'm Homer. His eyes are popping out.
I don't know. It just there have been multiple times where I've turned to Sabrina mid-episode and been like, Ted is single-handedly like this. It's distracting how just stupid he is, and also it's like the morals and shit that they learn every time with him. It's like, dude, everyone has to work around Ted's idiocy. I don't understand it.
He is so stupid and so selfish. He is. He is so beyond selfish in that show. This is why I don't want to talk specifics for it exactly, but there is shit where Ted in his brain is like, well, this is for love. So he'll just completely fuck over somebody else. Yep. Completely. And me as a teenager, I was just like, this is what love's supposed to be.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck fucking Ted, romance more than anything, dude.
Dude, I just find myself, I turn on the show now and I'm like, I just kind of want to watch Marshall just go do a bunch of stuff. Like, that's all I want to do, you know? Like, that whole storyline shit. Minnesota boy, that's funny. I love that.
Yeah, that bit's, Marshall's I don't want to speak for any of the characters in the show because I just don't remember things they've done.
Yeah.
So, that's the research I got to do, which means actually, before I was like, man, I don't want to go back and watch a bunch of How I Met Your Mother, but now we can discuss. So now I should go back and watch it.
I'll go into the Valley of Death with you there.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Dude, I'm one thing I don't know if you were planning on mentioning, I'll just go ahead and do it. So I forgot to charge the camera batteries today. Gus was so cool about it, but it is, what time is it now? It's like 4:15, something like that.
Something like that.
Gus came here, what was it, like 12 on the dot?
Something like that.
We chatted for a bit. We were just talking about how great it is to be back, to hang out in person. And then as we were setting up, I realized I did not charge either of the cameras. It's the routine that we haven't done in a while. So we took just a brief 3-hour break. And whose fault is that? Who's to say? Ted Mosby. It's Ted Mosby's fault.
It is Ted's fault. You know what I said? It was so easy for me in this situation to not give a shit about it because I don't technically have anything except hanging out with Discord boys later. And I was like, I know that I've already fucked stuff up, and probably in the next 1 to 4 months, I will also do that. So I'll just go, no worries,
yeah. That's, especially with getting back to the routine stuff, it's weird because it's like, there's some muscle memory to it. I feel like we have set up the set for people who are newer and haven't seen. By the way, I saw a comment. Someone was like, it's pretty weird and interesting for me. I started listening during the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
There's a good deal of people that did that. So they're seeing On Set for the first time. New and improved. So if you don't know, this is in what was our apartment, but is now my apartment, my living room. And we just set up the set and collapse it every week. And honestly, I feel like... You feel like we're setting up faster than we used to?
I think we're getting good, dude. We're pretty much...
This is week 2. Why are we faster than we were before?
Dude, because we'd let it ruminate within us and we thought about it every week. So now we're like a pit stop crew setting it up.
That's it. All I needed, I was standing there. We were slower at setting this thing up before. And I said, I think I need a year to think on this. And I could really shave off some time here.
PR, baby.
I think mainly it was, since it was both of our living room, it was much easier to procrastinate and talk and set it up passively. Where now you're showing up to do this, so it's much easier to do.
And I'm like, get me out of here.
Exactly.
So it's just in and out,
In and out. And that's what, dude, I can't believe even just the relief of like the small hangout stuff we've been able to do. And especially, I loved getting to surprise these fucking idiot boys with Sven, especially too. It's just, it was so nice to have Sven here, and I'm glad we were talking about this before. I feel like for me, I was getting really anxious I want everything to go back to normal. Not like I was going like, we got to just do it. I wasn't that guy. I was just like getting obsessed with the news of like, when are we going to be able to go to concerts and do those things? And then I took a breather and I'm like, I can see friends. I almost said something that was going to be a surprise, not for a content thing, but for a different thing, so I can't say that. But it's like, I'm good with that right now. Chilling with the boys is what we do best.
That's all I need.
And I bit my tongue while I was saying that, but that's okay.
That's okay. You want to see this sick segue right here?
Yes.
You know who else got bit this week, Eddie?
I've been waiting to know.
Guys, I got bit by a stray dog.
We saved this story for the podcast.
Yeah.
All I knew is that Gus got bit by a dog. So let's set the scene. What happened?
So Sabrina and I are already a little late. We're on our way to our second dose of the old vaccine, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And we're in LA proper, and it's a busy street, and we see this dog, and it's like it is a smaller, like, white dog, and it had a darker harness on, and it's running into traffic like full.
So it's not a stray; it's like a loose dog, right?
So yeah, well, and I'll tell you, you'll see a little bit more.
Getting ahead
of
myself.
Let me just. No. So this fucking dog and it is fully like, oh my god, like usually I wouldn't get involved in stuff, but if it's an animal, and especially like it looks like somebody's dog because there's a harness on it, and this thing is like a second away from getting hit by cars, like full on things swerving and beeping and shit. So it's me and Sabrina and our little dog Eva in the car. So we go, oh shit, pull over. So I quick pull over by a spot, and I grab one of the little rawhide treats from Eva out of the bag, and I run out after this thing, which might be counterintuitive. I don't know. I'm just like, maybe I can do something. So I get out, and I'm just sort of like running up and down the block, and it's always sort of ahead of me. And then the dog goes into this small business, and I go inside of there. And the dog is like curled in a corner, and he's just, he seems like out of breath, and he's just panting up, and he's like looking at me and stuff. And there's like three.
What kind of small business is it? You don't have to say the place.
I actually don't know. It seemed like it just seemed like a lobby for anything. A couple chairs, a desk, very generic. And I walk in there, and there's some people in there, like 3 or 4 people. And they're like, and I was like, hey, oh, the dog's in there? And they're like, yeah, is this your dog? And I said, no, I saw it running, chasing after. And they said, okay, can you get it out of here? And I was like, this is a guy.
Now you're the dog, get the dog guy?
Well, I don't want to be that guy. I'm this guy. So I was like, I don't know. So again, foolishly, I didn't even think about any consequence. I just sort of slowly approached the dog, and I didn't try to grab it or anything. But I just I put down a treat next to it, and I was just sort of by it, and I was a little bit close though, even though I wasn't going for a grab. And once I got closer, I already could see this dog looked like Poppins from It's Always Sunny, like just gnarly, shitty, matted hair and stuff, even though it had a harness on, but it looked like an old. So I was like, is this a stray dog or whatever? And this little thing just goes up, and it bit me on my hand here. Very small. I got a frozen Band-Aid that covers the whole thing. So
Frozen or Frozen 2, very important.
Oh, Frozen 2.
Frozen 2.
I had a Frozen 2 Band-Aid on it, but it fully bit, and instantly, like, it just hit something. It was very deep, and it just bled all the way down.
Ooh.
So instantly, I was putting everything together. I was like, I know nothing about, like, is fucking rabies a thing I need to worry about? Like, tetanus shot? Like, I'm completely ignorant, so I was starting from a baseline of, I got bit by a potential stray dog. So I couldn't have played this off less tactfully. I was just in this business, in this lobby, and the second I got bit after chasing stuff, I just went, fuck, what the fuck am I doing here? I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Out loud?
Yeah, out loud. Because I was exhausted and my mind was going a mile a minute here, dude. And I gotta get the fuck. It was like self-realization of like, what am I doing? Get the fuck out of here. Get a fucking COVID shot. I'm getting my life back. I'm chasing this fucking Poppins down the street, dude.
So what, you just walked out with a bloody hand?
Yep, I just walked out with a bloody hand, and I instantly...
So from their perspective, a dog comes in, you go, hey, I am not the dog owner, but I'm going to get that dog. Yeah. And then they just muffle their, oh, fuck, I'm going to get the fuck out of here,
dude.
And you walk out with a bloody hand?
With this bloody hand. So I walk out, and I was just instantly like... I was kind of panicking because I was like,
I don't know anything like that.
I know nothing
about
about that. So I'm like, oh my god, and it was really bleeding a lot. So I go back to the car and I was like wringing it out, and I quick hit it with like some sanitizer spray or something because I was like, I don't know. And I was like, you got to take me to urgent care right now. So we went to an initial urgent care. And I got roomed and stuff, blah, blah, blah. And the doctor was super vague and quick. You know, it's really hit or miss in urgent cares, period, but especially in LA. We've had a shitload of experience with urgent cares in the last few years. It's so fucking hit or miss. And the doctor just came in and was just like, yeah, I don't know. There's, you know, maybe threats of like infections. Like, we're going to give you a shot right now of antibiotics and give you a prescription for antibiotics. And I was like, I'm going to get my COVID shot right now. Like, can I take both? He's like, I don't know. So I said, I'll refuse the shot. Give me the prescription for the pills, just in case, you know?
So did you not get tested for anything like that?
So I didn't get tested for that.
Are you going to get a future test for something like that?
So, and I'll tell you,
okay,
actually.
I'm getting ahead of myself again.
Okay, because these were the exact things I was thinking. I was like, guys, do I need to get a rabies test right now? I was like,
because you hear those horrible rabies stories where they're like they didn't know and then they just fucking died.
Exactly.
You know?
So what the fuck am I supposed to do? So I was like, okay, so I get the prescription and we're driving over there and I'm trying to do fucking research on the thing, and then it says like, oh, apparently you can take this general antibiotic strain with like the COVID shot. There's zero interaction stuff. So I was like, okay, I have that knowledge in my head. We went to the pharmacy. I got the shot. We're on the way home, and I'm just like, and I have the prescription pills, and I was like, what do I do? I was still panicking and shit.
Right.
So I've never used the nurse, like, call nurse line for my insurance yet, where you can just call in and talk to an actual
nurse. I didn't know that was a thing.
Most people's insurance have it. If you have health insurance, there's a nurse line. You can call right in and talk to someone. Especially in COVID, then you don't have to go right in. So I call it, and I'm still on my parents' insurance for a few months, and it's based in the Midwest. And this sweet woman picks up, middle-aged woman, Midwest, like a Fargo grandma, you know? And I'm asking, I was like, I was bit by a stray dog. I live in Los Angeles. I was like, what do I need to do? And she goes, all right, let's pull up the CDC website. And she's reading off of it. And the thing is, all the stuff she was saying was true, but this is the first information I'm getting from rabies shit. And she goes, rabies, she goes, well, there's no known symptoms will not occur until it is too late to treat.
Yeah, that's the only thing I knew about rabies, but don't say that to somebody.
Yeah, she goes, it's not, and she goes, literally, she's saying this stuff to me as I'm in the car, and she goes, it has a 99.9% mortality rate, and she goes, ooh. Like, her tone as she's going on, it's like she's discovering this shit.
She's giving the facts.
She's reading
Which is, I mean, I don't know how those phone lines are supposed to work, but I think you maybe scroll to what you're supposed to do, not like what could go wrong.
Yeah, so she's reading, and like her tone is changing, like, because she started off all cheery, and like when I was telling her the situation, she's like, oh, my husband and I run a dog shelter, so that's so sweet. And she's telling me like, big mortality rate, no symptoms, it'll affect your nerves, it'll spread to your brain, and it'll cause nerve damage, and you'll die. And I was just like, oh. I mean, at this point, full-blown panic attack. You know, I was like, what? Okay, bye. Sorry, I hit the table really hard. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I was completely freaking out with Sabrina. I was like, what the fuck? So I go to another urgent care, and I have to wait like 2 or 3 hours to get in. And I go in there, and I tell the doctor and stuff. And I'd already taken the first dose of antibiotics at that point. I tell the doctor everything. And this guy, he goes, oh, you have nothing to worry about. He goes, there's no rabies in Los Angeles. And I was like,
what?
Yeah. Like, it is so... he's like, there's no... I was like, I'm sorry. You have to tell me. Do I have any worry about rabies? He goes, I mean, a potential bacterial infection, perhaps. Finish the 7-day dose of... He goes, there's not rabies here.
You're telling me no rabies in L.A.?
No rabies in L.A. You want to go...
I got to hear more.
Well, first of all, I looked it up on Google, and every year, 2, as in T-O, 3 people get infected with rabies every year.
Wait.
3 people.
Sorry, in what? Just L.A.?
In the fucking U.S.
No.
Yeah. Like, apparently every single dog that has to go through this system, if it's a stray that's picked up, instant inoculation for rabies. And then also...
3 people?
Yeah. Like
I guess I've never heard of anybody getting rabies.
Yeah.
But you'd think I wouldn't know about rabies if it was 3 people a year.
In U.S. each year. I'm Googling how many people get rabies in the U.S. each year. Extremely rare. Very rare for every single, like, age group.
What about, like, don't people sometimes get, like, bit by a bat or something like that?
Well, apparently there's more problematic states. Like, Texas is more of a hot spot and stuff.
Because of the bats.
Because of the bats in Texas and shit, yeah. But, no, yeah, I mean, already the top result, extremely rare, fewer than 1,000 cases per year and stuff. There's
fewer than 1,000 per year is much different than 3 per year.
That's true.
What are we seeing for the numbers?
I don't remember, but whatever combination of shit I Google initially, it said there's typically 1 to 3 cases in humans every year. And then really when I put all the pieces together of like somebody at some point had to put a fucking harness on this dog. this is somebody's dog at some point,
right.
You know? If it was a stray.
Yeah, if there's a harness on it, it probably got a shot for something.
Even if it was a stray at some point, it's like that they give those for free to people, like those shots for your dogs and shit. So I put all that stuff together, and the doctor was so confident. He's like, don't. He goes, I've had people ask, do not. It's not. You don't even have to think about it.
Did you Google, is there no rabies in LA, though? That's what I'm curious. That's such a confident phrase where I'm like, what about LA? Is it just that they have no cases right now, and so that makes sense?
I mean, I think so. How many cases of rabies in Los Angeles? So, first of all, the public health, the top result says, in Los Angeles County, the only known animals to routinely carry rabies are bats. Probably because all the pets are
there you go. I had the bats thing up there.
You did have the bats thing, and as far as I could tell, it was not a bat. It was just a regular dog.
Old dog. Well,
he did fly a couple blocks.
I'm pretty sure he was using sonar to see, but I think some dog breeds just do that.
They do that. It's a sonar.
That's what I'm pretty sure I heard. That's what poodles do.
They do that. They just go. It sounds like an old ping thing. Now you literally got me Googling this shit again.
So I don't want to freak you out. I'm just curious about these stats. I believe you. I just like...
I'm sorry to interrupt here. The literal last case in Los Angeles County that it says here on, again, publichealth.lacounty.gov was from 2004.
Do you think you and I don't know a lot about rabies because it's this little of a risk?
Yes.
Do you think most people... We all have knowledge about rabies because it's fun to put in a cartoon or a TV show or something like that. It's to say it's like a pass to make an animal like crazy.
Yeah, just like I always got fucking rabies or whatever.
Damn.
So and the wound was very light, which would still put me at risk technically if I had rabies. But in short, everything we did so much research and it just said like you do not have to worry about like this being an issue. So in short. I'm relieved now. I hope that, it's kind of sucked ass the last few days. I'm dealing with COVID shot and antibiotics. So that sucks. But yeah, I mean, I was fully like thinking, do I have like weeks to live?
Do you think the dog got a job at that small business? Do you think that's how that wrapped up?
Yeah, but I'm sure after I left, the people in there was like, hey man, sorry about that guy coming and swearing and stuff. Do you want to run like the printer or something? And then he bit everybody.
Dude, I hope that dog's good. But also, if I got bit by the dog, I would also go, I should probably prioritize the wound I have. Especially. Yeah. I mean, technically, you did get it off the street then.
Yeah, I did get off the street.
So unless there's any cars driving through that small business, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Could happen.
Don't say that. That sounds like a threat.
I'm coming back.
You never know.
Hey, it's me, the fuck guy.
Heard you gave that dog a job.
See, now I know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna tell this story and then I'm gonna be fine, and then like a few nights from now I'm gonna be just chilling and I'm gonna go to the subreddit and somebody's gonna be like, actually Gus should kind of be more concerned about, and to that I preemptively say, shut the fuck up, I got enough on my plate. I don't care if I'm gonna die, at least I'm ignorant about it. There's nothing I can do, I already got bit.
There you go. I mean, I guess this would be one of those clips where they're like, wow, Eddie's joking about the rabies and sitting across from the guy who died from it.
That's it. If I die of rabies, oh man, I don't want to get corona taked again.
Wouldn't that be so fucking funny though? And
it would be funny.
I will hold this opinion, which you're not going to. But if you died of rabies, I would be fine with this clip because the headline, Gus Johnson dies of rabies.
Yeah.
That's the best headline. You could have people be like, what?
All right.
Did you hear what happened to Gus? Rabies?
Bro, who the fuck does that? If I die of rabies, you guys can clip this and you can make fun of it because I'm in on the joke now. But you have to make Eddie promise to go through my laptop and release any old music projects I haven't finished. And you can tell.
Sorry, really quick. I don't want to do that. It sounds like a lot of work.
Oh,
go ahead.
Well, I'm dead, so I just figured like honor my legacy and
shit.
So.
Yeah, no, but it sounds like too much work for me. So
just even like one track, if you could just release it. It's just in my GarageBand folder. So
I was trying to avoid going to the computer in the first place.
Oh yeah.
So if you want me to like ask Sabrina to do it. She's probably actually Sabrina would have an easier time getting into your PC. Why do you want me to go into your shit and release that stuff?
Because I already gave her all the sort of manual labor stuff to do afterwards.
She's got to dig the grave.
She's got to dig the grave. I'm not wasting money on those fuckers there.
Sabrina just gets like you die and the lawyer just gives her a shovel. It's like, this is it. This is what you got to do.
Yeah, and then she starts crying more, and he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna need that back by Tuesday."
Gus rented the shovel.
It
was a planned rental.
It's chained to the desk like a bank pen. It's just a great shovel.
He has to unlock it. It's like a giant padlock with an old like 1920s key that you have to use on it.
Like 1407 hotel room key. But anyway, fuck that noise. And I'm just was like, can I have some fucking peace, please? Like, I cannot keep having these days of fucking spikes of like I legitimately 2 days ago I thought I might die in a few weeks.
I would say you definitely get into more antics than I do.
I do, and I don't want to be in any more antics.
Here's a suggestion.
What?
You see a dog, and you just go, man, I really hope somebody helps that thing. And then if you're not the somebody. If I saw a dog about to get hit by a car, I'd get out too. I'm just kidding. But
next dog I see, I'm kicking it preemptively.
Doesn't matter if it's out in traffic or somebody's just walking one past me.
So it's in someone's yard and it's going there and kicking.
Tomorrow I see you, I'm like, gosh, you're wearing steel-toed boots. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, saw a dog.
Yeah, it's part of the plan. You mentioned a hotel key for a moment. What just fucked me up in my brain? Was there a time in our lives where it was a key for the hotel and not a key card?
Oh, man.
Because I remember being impressed with how cool a key card is, but I don't know if that's because I was a dumb kid or if it was new. I don't think it was new tech.
Yeah. Well, I think you were a dumb kid, but I also think that since we've been alive, it's only been digital cards. Because I remember going to state volleyball with my parents when I was like 4 or 5, and it was one of my first hotel experiences that I remembered, and we stayed at a Days Inn, and I remember her letting me use the card there.
Key card.
Whoa.
Seems pretty advanced for our childhood, I feel like, to be everywhere. You'd think we'd go to like one motel somewhere and we'd get the regular key. But I feel like it's been key card city all day.
I think it has. I put my library card in one of those when I was a kid. It did not work.
I would assume that it wouldn't. And so you were saying I was a dumb kid? I'm going to look up really quick. When was would it be the key card? When was the key card invented?
Yeah, when was that thing invented? I do remember I have stayed at least one hotel where you have to use a physical key, and it was when I was on tour, and I was staying in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it was like I was out afterwards, and I was drinking with some people and stuff. My buddies Jack and Ryan and stuff were there, and we went back to the hotel, excuse me, and we had booked an Airbnb to stay there for the night, but it was a college house and it was attached to another property and the door didn't lock. And I was like, when I'm done with the tour show, I was like, I want to go feel fucking safe. So we skeeted out of there. I did the show. I was like, we're going to need to find a hotel afterwards. So we went to this. It was like some historic hotel. I'm sure somebody will know, but it was an old hotel in Milwaukee. And when we went back to the hotel room, it was like 3 a.m. and we were checking in. And I was very drunk, and this was like the Shining Hotel. Like I went in there, and it was like not a single other person was in the hotel, and it was like big marble pillars and echoey halls and like fucking creepy paintings on the wall and shit. And I go in there, and there's like one guy behind the desk, and he looks like Hanson from Scary Movie 2.
How would you like to watch this hotel when the snow comes in?
He looks like the "Let me use my good hand, child" from Scary Movie. That guy, and he's just behind there, and he was just like, I mean, he was normal, but I was drunk, and every little bit was like and he gives us the key, and we go upstairs, and like the rooms are like a fucking bank door vault.
Whoa.
And it looks like, you know that shot in the Haunted Mansion ride where they have that like dual mirror with the candle floating in the middle of the hallway?
I've only been on the Orlando one, so I'm not sure.
Rookie. Anyways, but anyway, it's like a creep. Like it just seems like a nightmare, and it's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm in a.
So vibes are off.
And I was just like, Sabrina, you can hate me. We can't stay here. I was like, please, we have to go someplace else. So we went someplace else for the night. But fuck that shit, dude.
Yeah. Also, with that, the key card was invented in 1975, which I'm not surprised by because there were credit cards. But I'm surprised they got implemented everywhere in every hotel so fast.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if they got in 75, but like you'd think, you'd catch more places like that were like, we just haven't updated yet. Maybe it's like a super safe system, and that's why.
Probably is.
Oh, because you can't pick the lock.
Oh,
What, you gonna fucking print a card?
Probably, though. Hey, guys, thanks for listening. Today's episode is sponsored by Candid. Let me tell you about Candid. Are you unhappy with your smile? You don't have to be. Thousands of people have used Candid, the clear, comfortable, removable, and practically invisible aligners to help straighten their teeth, and now they love their smile. Alrighty? Your treatment is prescribed and it's closely monitored remotely by a licensed orthodontist who is an expert in tooth movement. You'll have the same quality of care that you get from an in-office orthodontist from the comfort and convenience of your own dang home. And while other companies use general dentists, Candid only works with orthodontists. With Candid, the same orthodontist who created your plan is with you from start to finish, so you never have to wonder how you're doing. The average Candid treatment is just 6 months. You'll start seeing results way before then, and it costs thousands less than traditional braces. Become your best you. Start straightening your teeth today, guys. Right now, you can save $75 on Candid's starter kit. Go to candidco.com/Gus and Eddie and use code Gus and Eddie. That's candidco.com/Gus and Eddie. Code Gus and Eddie. Take advantage of this limited time offer to save $75 on your starter kit. candidco.com/Gus and Eddie. Code Gus and Eddie.
Back to the old episode.
Yes.
Do you ever feel like when you're going to check in to a hotel way after the check-in, like there's this part of your brain that's like, I wonder if I'm going to get in trouble? And you never would, but I think that in my head sometimes. I'm I wonder if I'm fucking with their day. Especially if it's an Airbnb. I'm like, oh no, what if they have things going on?
Oh no.
But also if they're making money off me, so I don't care if they have things going on.
Yeah, fuck them.
So why do I think that?
I don't know, because it's the Midwest nice in us.
I think I'm always worried about doing something wrong in public, and I don't know why.
I just don't want to be the asshole in public, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind if I have a fuck up or whatever. I'm happy to play it off, but just I don't want to be even perceived as being a dick. So I'm like, man.
The most theater I will do in public is if you ever have when there's a very confusing line and you realize for maybe 30 good seconds it's looked like you've skipped the line, and then you got to do the, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You know, you got to back up. Oh, I'm going to the back. Yeah. You know, because if you just went like, oh, and walked away, then they might think, nah. They knew they were an asshole and they left. I need people to know that I accidentally stepped in that line.
Yes.
I didn't, especially with the 6 feet lines. Now that I'm going to grocery stores again, I haven't experienced a lot of this stuff. So I stepped. It went in. It was at Ralph's and it went in past the kind of main walkway area into one of the aisles. So I didn't see, and so I got back 6 feet. But realized I had stepped in front of like maybe 5 or 6 people. Immediately, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. What is that? What is that emotion that we're conveying?
It's like, you know when cats have a hairball and they, oh, my God.
Part of the inspiration is like Hollywood, Marilyn Monroe type when the wind goes up the skirt.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
My vagina is going to show.
I'm always worried about my vagina showing.
Can't be caught slipping. You know what? I had another little encounter this week. It was one thing I did not realize. Table.
No, not that. You said the vagina thing, and then you said I had another little encounter this week.
Not vagina related. So anyway, one thing I'm starting to realize now is now having not lived in an apartment for a few months now is solicitors. And
you can solicitors again,
dude. A lot.
If I said you just put up that sticker, go ahead and punch me in the face because it's never worked.
And I did.
And it
doesn't work.
Doesn't
fucking work.
I would put it up too.
Yeah.
But if I suggested that to you like you wouldn't already do it, you should punch me in the fucking face.
Boom.
What? It says no soliciting, and you're right here soliciting right at my front door. How many have you gotten?
Dude, probably since in the last few months, at least like 7 or 8 random.
That's too many.
For shit. And it's like, there's other stuff, like government stuff, and like, that's fine, But like, fucking solicitors. The one that really pissed me off, and it was a few weeks ago, was some guy comes up, and he was like a dude that's like in his 30s, ponytail, and he comes up, and he's just like, hello, I don't even remember what he was trying to sell. It was some kind of art. He's like, can you sign up for this art thing? And I was like, I'm so sorry, man, because my first thing is default polite. I was like, I'm sorry, man, no thank you. I was like, I'm on a work call, I gotta go. He goes, but could you just maybe consider just signing up and just making a single purchase? I was like, I can't do it.
Taking a pamphlet is one thing. Signing up on the spot is not.
And I was like, I can't do it. And he looks at me, and audio listeners, fuck you, but if you could see, he looks at me, I'm looking at the camera like this. He goes like, dude, you can't help an artist.
Oh.
And I was like, I said, all right, dude. All right, get out of here. Like, fuck you,
Come on,
bitch.
man.
Fuck you,
You're
dude.
at someone's front door.
Like,
you can't do that shit.
Also, what do you think is going to happen? Like, this guy treated like he fucking walked all day, and I was the last stop on his block, the last hope, and he's just like, you're going to single-handedly let me down. I was like, you didn't read the sign. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I will always start 10 out of 10 Midwest nice. Like, I'm so sorry. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yep. Even if they hit it, like, if they're still polite, I'll still go, like, I'm sorry. I just I got something to do. I can't do it, you know.
It's like, fuck you, dude. I had a guy show up yesterday, and I say this to not make fun of him, but for context, he looked like a homeless person. Just was, really I mean, you know what a homeless person might look like. He looked like a homeless guy, and he had a can of, like, old grubby spray paint in his hand. And he comes up and he goes,
Is it the curb thing?
Is this a thing?
Yeah, I know. I just know that the curb thing is a thing.
Sven said that too. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I just saw it around the internet a little bit, and I know I've just seen people do it.
What is? Because Sven said
it's like a decorative way to do your curb. It's like they offer to, like, sometimes it'll be like an American flag with it's just like a simple spray paint.
Oh, is it
like,
really?
hustle thing?
Oh yeah, because I was just like. But the way the guy said it, he's just like, hello. And he used the word mandated, which I was already like, all right. So he's like, hello, I'm here doing like mandated spray paint for your curb. And also, if you have no knowledge of this.
Dude, I bet that's how it works for them. Yeah, if you say the word mandated, you're like, oh, I have to put it on my curb.
Yeah, and I was just like, and again, not trying to be a dick, but it's like this random guy walks up, and he doesn't look official at all. He's got a grubby, like, Angel's cap on and a leaking can of spray paint, no other tools. And he's like, hello. He's like, I'm doing mandated curb numbers. It wasn't even, like, painting. He's like,
that's what it is. It's just
really?
like spray paint the curb number with maybe a little bit of like a background to it. Some people will offer, but that sounds more of pretending to be someone from the government. That
sounds like a guy heard about that hustle from a guy who heard about from a guy who heard, and then this is the end result. And he's just like, so if you know nothing, he just walks on. He's like, yeah, and I'll spray paint your house number on the curb, and there's a charge, of course. So, make like the fire department easier to find your place. And I was like, I've never heard of that ever. And he goes, oh, you can talk to the neighbor over here. I see him every year. He knows me and stuff. So, like, this is just an official thing we come around and do. And the whole time I'm like, who is this fucking guy? And I was just like, no, thank you. He's like, really? You're going to want this? I was like, no, I've never heard of this before. Like, no. Like,
I wonder if there are any towns or cities that actually require it. Because I feel like I see them all the time.
Yeah.
And so is the only time I'm seeing them when people were either wanted it there or were tricked into putting it there?
I'm sure it's just, I'm wondering, like, fuck solicitors that just pressure people into doing shit. It's just like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, curb address painting. Should I put in law?
Yeah.
Law. Okay. No person shall paint a stencil or affix. Oh, wait, this is like a law, so there's a lot of word garbage here.
Mm-hmm.
Or caused to be painted, stenciled, or affixed any house or street address number on any curb. This is rules and regulations of what? This is what I fucking hate about these bolded Google ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna click on this site. If it is one town, I'm gonna be so mad.
I cannot.
Oh, it's the city of Los Angeles. So it's actually probably doing a service by the closed one. So it looks like in LA there's absolutely no requirement for that. And wait, are you not supposed to do it? Oh, to any public without first having obtained a permit to do so. So this sounds like something you need a permit for, but you don't need it in LA. Yeah, of course that was a good old scam.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to be like fucking porch Karen over here, but it's just like, I hate that kind of shit. I hate solicitors, and I'm just like, bro, pick a not stupid hustle, dude.
Well, because usually it takes advantage of people who are confused, or like elderly people who are like, oh, okay, if that's the new mandate, like
dumb hustle guy. I hate that kind of shit.
Yeah, if you have a hustle that takes advantage of people and like kind of forces them into paying money, then that's a fucked up hustle.
That's no good.
Not saying all of them are that, because I did see one on TikTok where the guy was just like, hey, we'll paint it with it was in Texas. He's like, we'll do it with a Texas flag.
Sure.
If you're offering it, but also leave some ads around. Don't go to somebody's front door.
Yeah. It's just like,
don't solicit.
This was a guy, he just looks up with the fucking spray paint. Hey, and it's just immediately like, it's mandated. There's a charge, so I'm doing this, right?
Right after you say no, he goes,
fuck out of here.
You're not going to support an artist.
Wow.
You start hearing it from everyone. I had these other solicitors, these girls come up. They're trying to, I don't know what their scam is, selling me cookies or some shit like that.
Yeah.
They say it's a mandate or something. Fuck them.
Fuck those
Slam the door
dumb
on them.
kids, dude. And speaking of the golded Google answers, the bolded Google answers, we've said before, like, I've learned to not trust those nearly as much. And the big one that you can still verify is if you Google how tall is Sven Johnson, here's the...
So that's from a tweet from you, right? 7:15.
That is a Bobby Duke tweet from 2 years ago, and Google's like Sven Johnson is 7 foot 15.
7'15". Also, I'll say with that solicitor thing, I don't know about you, I feel like the Girl Scouts do get a full pass. I am never not overjoyed at the opportunity to buy Girl Scout cookies.
Yes.
I will always do it, and I don't want to buy them at the store. I want to support the troop, whatever troop it is.
Exactly.
Respect the troops. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude.
It's a great opportunity to give them cash in person, and then morally, I feel better. If I buy it at a Walmart, what does that do for me? Nothing. Except I eat a bunch of Samoa cookies.
So something. A lot of stuff, actually.
Oh, it gives me a lot, but not a lot of good moral feelings.
Yeah. Oh, well. And with the Girl Scouts, too, it's like you have decades of, like, ingrained cultural knowledge of, like, they do this.
Yeah.
You know? Like, by default, 95% of people coming up with business shit, it's like, hey, preemptively get the fuck out of here. Don't come to my house. Go away.
I'm going to say something controversial, but it is only my own taste opinion.
Yeah.
As the years have gone by, not impressed by Thin Mints anymore. I think Thin Mints, not even the top 2 Girl Scout cookies. I think Tagalongs, and I'm not fucking it up. It's Samoa cookies, right?
Samoas, yeah.
I think those
coconut creams or something.
What does it say on the box?
I mean, I grew up with Samoas in the Midwest.
I'm gonna Google it right now. I gotta know.
Coconut Dream, dude. Well, first of all, I didn't want to jump on you, but I'm in the same Thin Mint boat here, guy.
Dude, people are like, no, you don't get it. Put the Thin Mints in the freezer. What? So they're harder?
Yeah, and also they're not even really harder because 90% of it is just cookie that's going to maintain the same consistency.
It's just colder. It's a mint cookie.
Now it's cold and the mint's hurting my brain.
And if you like Thin Mints, fine. But I don't. There's been a hype for Thin Mints that as a kid I was tricked by.
Yes.
It's like, ooh, Thin Mints. And then after like year 3, I was like, hey, I don't think I like these that much.
Yeah.
Okay. Girl Scout, okay, Samoas. Let's see if it's on the box.
Yeah. Is that like derived from Samoa?
Yeah, there's some, actually, I don't know about that. I was saying yeah for the box.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up. Yeah, the Samoas. I always really love tagalongs. I think tagalongs have a great consistency to them.
Yeah, and I don't like tagalongs, but I would put them in the top 3, no question.
Because there's more to it's a more interesting cookie.
I was like, there's the peanut butter, there's the wafer, there's the chocolate, there's texture and shit.
And I just don't think Thin Mints are doing enough to impress to be. I would say Thin Mints are probably the name for Girl Scout cookies. Probably. Samoas are popular, but Thin Mints. They got a ring to them. You always hear about Thin Mints.
You do hear about them.
You never hear about tagalongs.
You don't hear shit about tagalongs anymore, not in this country.
And I think we need to fix that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
What do you think is the worst Girl Scout cookie?
I don't know if I've had more than those 3, to be honest. Which is crazy because Tony will cut that
good
out.
to be back.
Sorry, guys. Again, we don't have etiquette for bumping this table. And here's the thing. I know you're like, why don't you get arms for the table? This is also where I eat my food all the time. And if I have podcast arms sticking out, I can't have that because where would I sit? You got podcast arms here. What, I'm going to eat in a little corner?
No, the arms would be coming and trying to take your food.
Also, it's like, you have a party. I just got some empty podcast arms sitting there. Mm-mm. I don't think so.
Not today, guy.
Looks like a flipped upside down first draft of a Boston Dynamics dog. Also, did you see fucking Michael's video?
Oh, the piss beer one?
Yeah, Michael has a Boston Dynamics robot.
Is that legal?
I mean, he put it in the video. Yeah, no, Michael, we talked about when I'm vaccinated, getting to see it sometime, and I want to see it so bad because it's the scariest thing in the world to me. For people that don't know what I'm talking about, Michael Reeves is our evil genius friend, and Boston Dynamics robots are those creepy fucking robot dogs you've seen around. The ones that also the standing ones dance, and it's creepy as hell.
That is creepy as hell.
Yeah, I don't think I have any. I'm looking at some of these cookies. When the fuck have you had a lemon up in your life?
I have had a lemonade though.
Wait, so you just saying the drink or you?
No. Lemonades. The cookie with the cream frosting bottom.
I feel like I'm looking at an old ad right now.
So can I just say, I'm on the Girl Scouts website, and they got a new cookie, and I love the name. It's so fucking dumb. Why don't you tell them what the new name of it is?
Toast Yay!
Toast Yay?
Oh, wait, they have s'more cookies?
They have s'more cookies, Thin Mints. I don't know why they felt like, hey, we need a second lemon cookie. Already one of the most unpopular flavors. Let's make a second variety.
I also, one time, I think it was Jon Stewart. I was looking at a Jon Stewart clip, and he pronounced it s'mores, which is correct.
S'mores?
But yeah, like he didn't say the full sum, but he pronounced it like it actually is supposed to be.
Yeah.
I feel like as a society, that word has been around so much, it's just s'mores.
That's all it is.
The apostrophe doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
Because we all grew up and as kids you heard s'mores. And that's it in my brain. If you're taking the pause, pretentious. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
You saw it and went, oh, that's the correct language, and everyone around me's wrong, and I'm gonna be right. So fuck you.
Fuck you, dude.
Not fuck you, Jon Stewart. But you know what? Fuck you, Jon.
Fuck you, Jon Stewart.
John, why don't you come on this podcast and we'll hash it out together. He's also against deep dish pizza, so I'll punch him in his goddamn face.
Good. John would be in that upper echelon of guests where it would be like a Dave Chappelle or someone where I'd be like, I would be probably too intimidated to even.
Dude, yeah, I would go, did you know we have the same birthday? And he would go, whoa, oh, cool. And I would go, you're so cool, John. He would also be one of those guests, much like I'm sure for people who are podcast fans, much like T-Pain, where people see the photo of the thumbnail and they're like, that's not real.
Yeah, they didn't do that.
I guarantee you some people didn't click on it initially because they were like, that's fucking dumb that they made that up.
Don't clickbait me, boys.
There you go. We did it.
I've decided, by the way, as the final parting thought, that the worst Girl Scout cookie, don't even at me because you'd just be wasting your time's trefoils. The trefoil shit.
I don't even know what the... Hey, I've never even heard of what the fuck that is.
Don't bother learning.
What is it, though, actually?
It's just shortbread. So if you imagine a sugar cookie with zero frosting, zero sprinkles, it's just a Girl Scout cookie, and it's stamped with the Girl Scout logo.
Do you think it would make a decent... say tea biscuit, or not even good for that?
Well, let me see here. When I think of a cookie, I don't want the fucking supporting cast to be carrying most of the weight.
All I'm asking is if in the B team it does well, or if it's just completely out of here.
C squad at best. It is so boring.
I would still consider Thin Mints part of the A team. Thin Mints are part of the Avengers, but they're Hawkeye.
They're Hawkeye.
That's
fair.
Thin Mints are Hawkeye. Tag-alongs are Iron Man.
Whoa, oh yeah, I thought it got confused with the other peanut butter one, which is just trefoil and peanut butter.
No, I don't know who else. Captain America. There's not enough for these cookies in variety. There's not enough to give it all. Let's get into some preguntas. That's what I want. I want to hear from the fellas.
What are my boys saying? Guys,
by fellas, I mean everyone. Let's say it's been a while since we said it in person. When we say boys, when we say fellas, we're talking about everyone. Anyone and everyone can be a boy. That is a term for everyone.
Boom. All you got to do is be nice and not be an asshole. That's a pretty low bar for entry.
That's actually when we kick you out. I wonder if anyone has a running list of who we've decided is not a boy. Because we've declared that before.
We have declared that before. Damn.
In recent news, David Dobrik slamming his friend into an excavator.
Not a boy.
Not a boy.
Not a boy.
And actually, in more recent news before that, pretty much always never been a boy.
Never been a boy. Not been a lad. I'll say it.
Also, just gauging that. Okay.
Beautiful. All right, so guys, ask us your questions on Twitter at Eddie Burback. That's Eddie's handle, and mine is at Gus Bucket.
Still not verified. Ridiculous.
I don't understand Twitter's verification shit.
I can actually put this out and ask everybody now. So here's the thing. You and I know, little insider secret, that mainly the decision for verification is if there are articles written about you. That's pretty much it. That's why journalists can get it immediately, because their names are on bottoms of articles that they write. If you are listening to this podcast and you are a journalist, for the love of God, write an article about me. It could be anything. You can interview me about anything, especially if you work for anything legitimate. I'm around Twitter. I know a couple of journalists follow me. Write a stupid fucking article about me. It doesn't have to be front page anywhere. It could be the back of the book, as long as it shows up when you search it. That's what I need. Reach out to me. I have to be verified. And if it works, then you can write an article about that.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting.
That's good. Take it meta. Talk about common YouTubers are complaining how hard it is to get verified. How meta would that be, dude?
Yeah, yep. I was there was actually a suggestion for a video by our good friend and manager Ian.
That's a good one.
But I couldn't. I was worried if I broke the rules and it was big and public that Twitter would But the podcast's a little more low key.
A little low key.
Nobody can go directly to my channel and find me saying this unless I uploaded it directly.
It's secret over here, guys. Don't tell.
So New York Times next article. The article is just Eddie.
Eddie. That photo. No body of the story, just Eddie. That's like the war is over thing. It's just Eddie. Dude, I was going to say, journalists that are listening, they will be your salvation, and then once you get the verification, they will be your eternal curse. Because now every time I tweet fucking anything and I want to be like, first of all, ridiculous that you can't be like, I would like to set a follower cap for notify me every time somebody over this threshold follows me.
I still get notified from them because that doesn't change. No. I still get notified from those. You'll be like, oh, somebody verified. Oh, they got 300 followers. And that doesn't take them away from anything, but also I was expecting maybe a YouTube person,
there you go.
And it's just somebody in like St. Louis.
Yeah, hey Richie, thanks for the support, but I didn't need to know about that. But anyway, dude, it's this is gonna be my shitty posh first world problem thing, but if you get verified, there's a separate tab for any interaction from any verified account.
I'm watching from outside the gated community right now, buddy.
You're not missing a lot.
Oh, there's what?
Got one, dude. It's if somebody likes your tweet, even if they retweet it or whatever, like if they respond to something, if you get tagged in a tweet and some verified account likes that, you're gonna get the notification. So now 98% of my fucking verified tab it'll be like somebody liked your tweet, and it'll be like, okay, cool, there's Ronnie Swenson. He's got 200 followers. He's a fucking reporter in Ohio. Not that Ronnie Swenson shouldn't be verified.
This is what I want to stress, by the way, guys. We're not saying, oh, they have a low follower count. We're using Twitter for people that we know.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, is I'm not looking like, oh, this is just a guy in St. Louis. It's just a guy in St. Louis. I'm not saying he doesn't mean anything. I'm saying, I was thinking, oh, is this like one of our mutual friends? Is that why I'm getting something?
Mm-hmm.
No.
And it's all journalists. I made a fucking sketch about it. It's all journalists because it's the easiest fucking thing. You work for a news network, and they don't care if you have 2 followers. They'll be like, yeah, let's verify that guy.
We got to keep it positive, though, so they write an article about me. We love our journalists.
So the news and the free press is so good. It's my favorite press. Favorite species of press. It's the free one. Anyway, at Arif the Fox says, if you have a favorite style, I'm going to just rephrase it so it sounds a little... what's your favorite style of animation in film?
Ooh, I don't know. Because I really loved, especially Spider-Verse, which is newer, looked so fucking cool. And I think especially because it's new, it looked awesome. But style of animation, I guess, like, what would you just say? Like Pixar? Like, I don't know. What style do they...
Yeah, I don't know. Like Miyazaki was cool.
Oh yeah, that's top tier. That's
pretty damn good.
I can't decide between those. I don't want to match up. Though it's a great question of like what our favorite is.
Yeah.
But usually, with me, if you're asking me a favorite movie or game thing, I'm like, my brain breaks. I can't pick a favorite.
Oh yeah, dude. You know what? There's a couple online animators whose styles I really fucking love. Felix Colgrave is obviously S tier. And he does that big Double King video that gets...
Oh, yeah. No, of course.
Oh,
yeah.
God, dude.
Fantastic.
And then there's a person called Jamie R. And I would love to work with them at some point, but they just do like these grotesque fucking in-depth, like they did the one that you might see on like r/thanks I hate it or whatever, a lot of like the 2 birds with the tongues.
Yeah, you showed me a lot of that. Yeah.
That'd be prime for a music video. Even a semi-communal laundry bin, anybody should, like, by default, if you're putting it in there, empty your pockets every fucking time.
Yeah, and if for him, it's a simple fix. If he goes, my fiance is taking my clothes off the ground and washing them. Maybe I didn't want it washed then, but she is doing all the laundry. Take it out of your pockets.
Boom.
Somebody's washing your clothes for you.
That's easy.
Take the shit out of your pockets.
Do it. I will say, I'm going to bring up a brief and rare spousal disagreement. Sabrina is wonderful in every way.
I've done this for you before. Are you sure you want to continue?
Upon advice of counsel, I've made the decision to continue.
Okay, go for it.
Nobody go fucking give Sabrina any shit about this, but it is almost as if it is a career goal of hers to put as many things in her pants pockets and throw them in the wash as possible.
Wait, so you're saying, she's washing them though?
I'm washing them.
Oh, okay. Are you catching them, or are you?
I am catching most of them, and I go.
But you're having this exact problem,
and it's every time. I was like, you have to empty your pockets, and then I will tell her that, and then search all the pants, and I'll finish a load, and I'll be like, there is 11 bobby pins in here. There's 2 tubes of chapstick. What the fuck is going on?
Bobby pins are no consequence, though, right?
Those are no consequence, but they're irritating.
Chapstick,
lipstick, SD cards.
What even happens with chapstick if it goes through the...
I've had some be okay and usable. Usually it just gets sucked into the cap because it gets all melted in the hot water and shit if you're washing it on hot, or especially in the dryer, and it'll like get all gooey in the cap and stuff. But even if it's a bobby pin, I'll still get bug bite even though there's no consequence, because I'm like, don't clean your pockets out, dude.
You know what's the absolute nightmare? Is washing gum in your pockets. You ever done that by accident?
That's a fucking nightmare. It gets on everything.
How
does it dry harder than it was ever, too?
I don't know. One time there was gum in my shorts when I was maybe like 12. I might have told this on the podcast, but it's been a long fucking time, so whatever. I had gum like so bad with the pocket that my mom was like, if you want to keep these shorts, we just got to cut that bit of the pocket out. Just try not to use that pocket. Yeah. I was like, got it. And then right when I said got it, much like things in that pocket, gone. So I forgot I was wearing these shorts, and I went to a White Sox game with Tony, my childhood friend John, and his dad. I had never been to a White Sox game before. Also, I want to say before, the stadium for the White Sox, by the way, my family's a Cubs family. I was huge on baseball growing up. I'm not huge now, but I just want to state I'm not a White Sox fan.
Go Cubbies.
Go Cubbies. It's on my keys. I got to I've mentioned that on the podcast before. So I'm trying to figure out the name of it. Tony told me this. So the old name of the stadium or the baseball field was U.S. Cellular Field for the White Sox. The new name is Guaranteed Rate Field. Oh. So that's just a heartbreaker, huh?
That's really bad.
Like, obviously, it's got to be a brand, but Guaranteed U.S. Cellular, even though it's a phone company, that just sounds cool.
Is it still a U.S. Cellular owned stadium?
No, it passed, I believe, to the company Guaranteed Rate.
Oh, that's a company name? I thought that was a slogan.
I believe so. So it is now Guaranteed Rate Field. That does not roll off the tongue.
Oh, I hate that
even
so
a
much.
Little bit. I feel like they shouldn't have even chosen field. Maybe something else.
Yeah.
I feel like even stadium sounds Guaranteed Rate Stadium. Center. Guaranteed Rate. No, none of them sound good. Center sounds better than field, though.
It does, but it only sounds less bad. It doesn't sound good.
But actually, does everyone say field for baseball diamonds?
I don't know. Target Field, Wrigley Field.
So much silence there. Where even? Oh, yeah. So back to the story.
Yeah.
We're going to a Sox game. I got my little ticky in my hand, and we're walking, and we get past some 2 security checkpoints. We're showing our tickets. We get up to where we are at the final security bit, which is near the seating, and I realize, oh my God, I put it in the pocket with the hole.
Oh, no.
I don't have a ticket. We're in the middle of the security checkpoints. What do? I'm 12, and I'm like, I got to go check. I walk back. I'm looking. I can't find it. I'm panicked. John's dad walks over. He goes, hey, I got this. The security guy had seen me freak out about it. He was walking with me. He picks up his own ticket, goes, we found it, walks past him.
Oh, so smooth.
Like 100% confidence.
Oh.
Because he didn't even go to show it. He just had me, and he was just like shooing me along. We found it. And the guy goes, oh. And it was just like, wow, what a move.
Hero.
I think about that move at least once a week.
That's some good shit.
I hope I can do at least one thing like that once when we go back to normal.
Man. That is so cool.
It's always to, in a safe way, finesse a system.
Yeah.
I know we both love that. It's great. And so I want to finesse something like that in the future.
Also, I'm of the opinion, and I will not claim this as my own, my friend Ryan, who's an avid baseball fan, brought this to my attention and apparently has been gaining some traction in the sports world. I think that baseball tickets should be free. That's not even where they make most of their fucking money. It's in the fucking concessions and the promotions and shit. Think about it.
Everyone would always be there.
Packed stadiums all the time.
People would be willing to spend more money on concessions.
Yeah.
And they probably wouldn't complain as much about the concessions being expensive.
Yeah, make them fucking free. Or at least, why not have tickets that are like $5 to $20? You would pack those fuckers out. Yeah. Like, you and me, even, we've been out here almost 3 years. If tickets were like $5, would we not have probably been to 2 to 4 Dodgers games already?
Dude, we would have been to 10. Are you kidding me?
Probably would have spent hundreds of bucks at that stadium already.
Yeah, also, I will say, here's my little vaccine idea.
Yeah.
Because one thing I'll say, get vaccinated. If you listen to us, please do your part. If you're somebody who's like, oh, I'll do it later, please do it as soon as possible. If you want to get more people vaccinated, Tony was telling me there's a vaccine center like across the street from Wrigley, and it's like Wrigley Field for people who are unaware, famous Cubs park. They have a center right there. What if they were like, hey, if you get vaccinated during this week, and you sign up for this program, we will have a 100% vaccinated game for free if you registered like through that program.
Oh, that'd be a good idea.
And they still sell concessions and everything.
Like nuts.
Why aren't there more incentive things for vaccines? People should be getting free stuff for getting vaccinated.
The only thing I've heard of is the jabs for joints thing that some places are doing.
Which was like a pop-up thing, right, in New York where they were just giving joints to people who got vaccinated.
And everyone's heard about that now. Yeah. So it's like, do that with fucking big IPs. Do it with a sports team and shit.
I'm sure a small portion of the population would be very upset about it. But for most people, that initiative would be a real fun thing. Krispy Kreme did it. I don't know why I cracked so much on Krispy Kreme.
They like some Krispy Kreme.
I was really emotional about it. But yeah, Krispy Kreme had it. So there you go. I'll say it. I'll give their brand name a mention for doing that. Good on you. I want to see more of it.
More guys.
Also, if anyone from Wrigley is paying attention, I don't live in Chicago, but give me season tickets.
That'd be a good idea.
Just because I want it. I want it. That's it.
Then call Target Field and tell them to give me season tickets because I live closer to that.
It's Target Field, and what team is it?
It's the Twins.
Twins, yeah.
That's a good name, though.
Yeah, Target Field's good.
It's fucking beautiful there, too.
Just, guaranteed right. It's like, is there... I was about to say this is a joke, but I think there might be. I think there's a Quicken Loans Field.
Oh, no.
Let me look that up.
I hate
That's got to be for something.
I hate that.
I know you do.
Stop saying that.
Is there a stadium for it? Maybe there's not.
Is there a TurboTax field?
I don't think there is here. There's probably a TurboTax field. We'll look it up later. Whatever.
Hey, Eddie, how's about maybe we open a little piece of
We got to that disagreement, right?
We did get to that.
Well, he was the laundry, right?
Yeah, take the shit out of your pockets, you fucking maniac.
Oh, we had to cut something out. Sorry.
I showed my entire butt cheek on camera again.
Yep,
so
that's what happened. Right after the Ming Dingaling joke, he said, "You want to see what a real man looks like?" And then he showed me his ass cheeks, which was weird. You'd think it would be the other side.
Exactly.
Okay, what do we got here?
Where's this one from?
This one is from. Wait, hold up. This one is from Michigan. I don't see a name.
Oh, there it is. United States Postal Service. That's a weird name.
That's it. Sounds like public storage to me.
Yeah, I would be inclined to agree with you there, guy.
Okay. You want to read this?
Let's take a peek.
Unless it says don't read on the podcast.
Okay. Alrighty. Hey, you handsome boys. I've been listening to your podcast from the start, and I thought it was about time you had a bossa nova / elevator muzak version of the podcast intro. Oh, it's on a tape?
It's on a tape. We also got this CD.
Holy shit. So I went full gamer mode and I made one myself. I sent along a tape recorder so you can play it on the podcast. It's in its full lo-fi noisy glory.
Is the battery going to work?
Interesting. Let's see.
Okay. Wait. First, okay, we got...
I had to send it in an empty Sade album case since it was the only CD case I could find. Oh, cool.
Is there power for it or do I just click play?
I have no idea how that works.
Okay, so there's clearly not power for it. But...
What kind of batteries does it take?
Wait, hold up. I don't know. Wait, so here's the volume. Forgive us for the more people who got more years on their belt for us. We're boys that did not have to deal with this era.
I'll say it. Our belts are very unladen with years.
Dude, wait, hold up. Where the fuck is the power on this thing? I see tape speed. Oh, do you plug it in?
Oh, I don't know. Is there a battery slot on
that?
Yeah,
there's batteries right here. There's batteries in here.
Oh, you want to see something?
What's up?
Little dad trick here.
Wait. This is so cool! There we go. Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Talk about a vibe of a male right there.
And then also, okay, so can I rewind back? Does it make a noise? All right, I'm rewinding it back, and guarantee you for the outro, I will play this in its entirety because that's just cool as fuck.
That's a great idea.
Oh my god,
dude,
well, that's fucking awesome. Wait, did they say their name?
Yes, it was Logan G. Thank
Logan.
you.
That is such an elaborate, cool package. That is like just such a fun treat to be like, we got a tape from someone.
Check that out.
Oh man. Thank God we're not live though, because somebody could just put anything on that tape.
That's true, yeah.
Well, that's it for Man